Moi.
Moi moi.
Hi Jan.
Terve.
Hi Thomas.
Tervehdys Torniosta.
Hi Thomas and welcome everybody.
One minute to go.
Yes.
People are still joining.
That is good.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to organize. I have started the recording, so whenever I'll just cut, of course, so it fits. But you will make introduction, Thomas, and tell everybody that we do recording.
Yep.
That's good. Thank you.
Okay, it's 7, so I guess we'll start. Moi kaikille, hyvää iltaa ja tervetuloa tähän Tourstart-koulutukseen. Ja ainakin toistaiseksi tuntuu yhteydet toimimaan paljon paremmin nyt tämän Google Meetin kanssa. Ja samat tarinat kuin viime kerralla, eli pistetään. No viime kertaista ei nauhoitettu, se nauhoitus tuhottiin, mutta aloitetaan siis sillä, että kokous nauhoitetaan ja tullaan jakamaan sitten kerholaisille käyttöön. Ja jos on kysyttävää tuossa, niin kysykää ihmeessä heti. Jos on Janin esityksen aikana tulee kysymyksiä, niin saa keskeyttää hänet ja pitääkin keskeyttää. Ja muussa tapauksessa niin pitäkää itsenne mutella mykistettynä, ettei tule turhia häiriöääniä, niin vältytään siltä. Niin ei muuta kuin aloitetaan. Jan, stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Thomas. Welcome everybody. I will speak slow. I will try to speak slow at least. So now I'm sharing my screen. I hope you can all see my screen. I'm just organizing here on my computer, so I'm ready to see what I need to see. Today I will come with an introduction to Tourstart. We will create one tour with 5 parts, and I will explain the most common functions so that you can create your own tour. I will demonstrate the app, and also finally I will show the development that we are working on. As mentioned, this is development, so we're not finished, but I will give you an introduction to what we expect to release this summer. I will do my tours here in Denmark. This is what I know, so I can demonstrate the functions. If you have any questions, please ask, unmute and ask instant. This is most easy for everybody, so that you can we can discuss this in the same time that you have your question. And you can ask in English or Finnish. Thomas, he will do the translation. Good. So, when starting with some software, this is Tourstart and everybody else, it's always good that you spend a little time just to have a look on the website what you can see. To the left we have the menu, Dream Tours. This is some selection of very good tours, and you are all welcome to send some tours, and we will work on this, and then we will release this in the Dream Tour section. You can see this later. Public tours, my tours, friends tours. Have a look on the menu and try to read it and get impression what is it that I can find. Here we have two color of button. We have create. Here it is create tour, because this one is most important. This is purple, and next to this one we have one. This is also important, not on same level, so this is white. In the top you can see we have Tourstart Transfer, and this is some new design that only I have. I will show you this later. To the right we have some list form of the tours. You can see the tours that is having start points on the map. So when you do filtering on the map, you will zoom in and out, and then the list will change accordingly. So now we are ready to create a tour, and I will click on this button here, Create Tour. Now we have new menu. The new menu we will also have a look on. This is the name of the tour. You can delete this, you can change it, you can write what you like. We can see how long is the tour. You can import GPS file, and here is hidden now because of my drawing. You can select if it's public or not public. Part 1, add part, and add text and pictures here below. You can also, when you want to create a tour, you can write a point name, start via an end point, or you can click on the map. In this section over here to the right, we have some tools. This is Tourstart Tour Optimizer. This one we will use during the work we have here today. This one we will not work with today. And then we have Tourstart Ride Twister, which is the different ways that we can create a motorcycle ride. I'm now ready to create a ride. What I will do is I will click on the map. Then it's very easy and visual to understand how I create my tour. Of course you can write the address as mentioned. I will zoom in on Denmark. This is the area where I live, and I will just have the map correct here. I live here. I always start my route a little bit away. I normally start them out here on this road. So I just click on the road, and then when I click, you will see that this is my pointer now, and this will then change because now I have set the start point, and then I have now a via point. I zoom out. When you create a motorcycle ride, please do in 2 steps. Step 1 is that you you define where do I want to start, what do I want to see, and what do I want to have my stop, and then where to end my tour. This is step 1. Step 2 is that you have to define to yourself what roads I like to ride on. And I will explain during this presentation why it's good to do like this. I would like to go to this city. This is very nice place. And you can buy ice cream. Most motorcycle riders, they like ice cream. So I will click here on the map and set my point. Now I have a line of the road, and you can see here behind the via point I have this shadow. This means that I can click on this one and create an end point where I switch it from via point to end point. I will not do this now. I will move the map a little, and then I'll say I will go to here, visit my friend, and we will have some barbecue and have a good time. This is my ride. I will now change this one to endpoint. And when I change it to endpoint, when I mouse over, it becomes very strong in color. And then when I change it to endpoint, you can see on the list here how this one is changing accordingly. So I click now. Now I have start via and endpoint. So this was first part of my motorcycle ride. Then second part is now I want to define the routes that I like to ride on. I simply drag and drop on the road that I like to ride. I will zoom in here like this, because I want to go on this road here. I want to go to this city and back up on this road. So I now take my mouse over, and you can see change to hand. I click, left click, I drag it down here. So this is where I want to make a turn. So is this correct position to do, or is it here? Here is very clear, this is not correct. So here I can see it is not correct, but for demonstration I will drop it here. So try to see what is happening now with the point that is set on the map. The point is jumping automatic back. I will go up here in Tourstart Tour Optimizer, open this one, and then we will see what are the functions we have up here. What we are doing now is point optimization. What we did with this one is drag to route. This is enabled. This means that when distance is less than 150 meters, then it will automatic drag to route. Then this one will be used. So this is maximum 150 meters. I will remove this point here, and you can see when I mouse over, it is also on the list to the left that it is highlighted. So it highlights both on list and on the point. So I just delete this point. I try again. I do the same. This time I try to move it a little further away and drop it again. Now it is not moving. Now I have a new text, and I'm sorry, this is in Danish. Now it's asking what I want to do. I can do some adjustment here. You can see this is not good position. You go here with your motorbike, you make U-turn, and then you go back again. If you do this, and then we know what we will talk about when we stop for the ice cream, and everybody will be having a good time except the person who was planning the route and making this little wrong U-turn down here. So, but what we are doing here is this one also changed color now. Before it was white, now it's purple, meaning now it is going from normal to important. What we do is that we correct the point. We can correct via point, and we can correct drag point, enable here. So when the distance is more than 150 meters, then we will use this And the reason why is that we have developed this tool. We found that this is approximate where user makes some unprecise location of the points. So now I have this one and I can now optimize. I don't want to go there. So I will click on this optimize here on the top right corner. So please have a look. When I click on this one, I optimize all, and you will see the point will jump back to the road. So I click now, and it's jumping back, becomes white, and I have no more problems. So in this way, you can clean your route for these small U-turn down on the side road. I know I need 1 point here. So now we move on. And Johan has raised a hand. Yes, Johan? Will you ask?
Sorry, is it possible to optimize case by case, point by point? I mean, it can be possible that I have all planned on purpose, like a side step.
Yes.
And I have still made mistakes. So if I optimize all, then they will all be erased.
Very good point, Johan. You're right. There was a small dialog box here. This means you can optimize them one by one. So you are correct, and very good point. You can either do one by one or you can do all. Because you're right, sometimes you want to go down here if you need to for some reason to have your route going down. So all is fine. Next on the Tourstart Tour Optimizer is route optimization. Highlight unpaved roads. In this function, we can only highlight on the route. So I will now enable this, and then you will see on the route what will happen. I highlight, and you can see this part here is now becoming red. I disable again and highlight. So what happens? Some people like unpaved, some people do not like unpaved roads. What we do is we mouse over somewhere, right click, and then we can see there's a dialog box, and sorry Danish, but it is in English just because I need to refresh. I will not do this now. I can set start via endpoint, but I can also show on Google Maps. I will show on Google Maps. It will open up in a new tab, and I have this exact position on Google Maps, and I can then evaluate, is this a good unpaved road or is it not good unpaved roads? And if you say, oh, I know the motorbikers, they will accept this, then you can just go ahead and plan. If not, you can just drag the route away from the unpaved roads. I will zoom out a bit now. So why is it we should have drag points and via points? In this situation, I have this place here where we want to make a stop, and I want to eat ice cream. It is of course, not intuitive, but this one you can change. Down here was the name of the place, but this one you can change. So I will now write ice cream and close this one. When I use my navigator and I write here, when I am getting closer to this point, then it will write the name of the point in my navigator. If you have this BMW navigator, it will write ice cream. So this means that the point your navigator will say in X meter you arrive at a point ice cream. These points which are drag points, your navigator will not say anything. So this will be silent. If you set everything as via points, the blue one here, your navigator will say you are now arriving at a via point, and this is overflow of information, and it's not necessary to listen to that. And the same also, of course, if you are using the app, you will also have ice cream, the text, and when you are approaching ice cream, it will say that you have certain distance before you are reaching ice cream. So it can be recommended that you are using this to write the name of the point that you are visiting. I like to keep this number here. This is how many tours that I have been making, and we will give it a name, BMW MC Club Finland. Good. So this is part 1 of my ride now. I'm now ready to do my part 2. The part 2 was or is here. Add additional part to the route. This is part 1 that we have done now, and the plus means that I can now add some additional part to this tour, because I sleep with my friend, and the next morning we will continue our ride. So I click on plus. Then it was changing from via point to start point, or not really changing, but it is setting a start point where I was having an end point before, because this is natural where my motorbike is parked and I need to start again. It also comes up now with possibility to give it a name, and we will do that. So this one we will call Tuesday, and I will go back, and part 1 I will call Monday, like this. Good. So now we are on Tuesday. The same as before, I will define this is where I want to start. Here I will drink my coffee, and up here there is a museum that I like to visit. So we end the tour here, and I say change to endpoint. I have now my tour, and I will zoom in, and we can see part of the tour is on the highway. I think this is good solution, because to pass a city when it's very hot and warm, it perhaps not good solution. But for demonstration purpose, I want to avoid highway. So I will go to Tourstart Tour Optimizer. In this one, we have more possibilities. The first one we did test, this was highlight unpaved roads. Now it is avoid highway that we should test. The same time, route shaping points. These points will now appear automatic, because we select avoid highway and avoid highway. Now it is jumping away from the highway, and I have now got new color of points, these blue shaping points. We have now different kind of points. The shaping points is because we tell your navigator, when we transfer route to your navigator, that you have to start here, and you have to pass this point, you have to pass this point. These have same function as drag points, but you cannot drag them. This is some our mechanism will set automatic. But then you can say, why not? Why should I not change my GPS to avoid highway? Because this is how it is calculating the route. Best is you have your navigator to accept highway, unpaved, ferry, everything, and then all changes you do on Tourstart. And you must also tell your navigator to navigate with using fastest route. We use fastest route mechanism on Tourstart, and when you make all changes here, we set so many points that your navigator will not select highway, because we send you a GPX file that here you have to start and here you have to pass. So your navigator can, if your navigator want, it's accepted to take the highway. It is okay for your navigator to do like this, because this is the highway route. To pass this one. But your navigator will not do it, because your navigator will also say, oh, I can do highway, but I have to go from this point to this point as fast as possible. And then it will say, takes too long to go on the highway, so I go directly. Therefore, when you set your points correct, you have your GPS set up, and you're using these features, you will drive the exact route that you have planned here. Because you can see now how many shaping points we add to be sure that your route is correct. This is to show the shaping points, but no matter what, we always add these, that even though if you are making some changes in the route, I will try here to make a change in the route. I will just, then now I make a change in the route, but we still have shaping points, and it will still do the same, that it will guide you through the route that you have planned. So this one and the drag points will act the same in your navigator. So this was day 2 of our motorcycle ride. Now we will create day 3 of the motorcycle ride. Part 3, I will start to give it name, Wednesday. We now have to do the round trip. I switch to round trip here, and with this function here, I can now slide this one, the green one. I can slide in this direction here, so that my route will be longer. I can recalculate on a certain slide level the route and get more options, and I can also set the compass to go in one specific direction. I will try to slide this one and see. This was not so good. I will do again. Something here is not so good. This one is much better. It could be that this is a bit too long, or you think is not optimum for what you like. You can do another compass direction, and then it will recalculate the route. And you can see now it is a mix of points. This is how we have developed the mechanism, but you can also see that there are some part of the route that is unpaved. You can do changes in this as you can do changes in anything else on the routes that you have seen before. If something you don't like, you just change it. You optimize, and we can now try to zoom in and see if we can optimize. This one is optimized, and here we optimize only one. And you can see on the list, I will just show you here. Here on this point is this red marker here, or this exclamation mark, and this fits to that this is the point that we are talking about. So these points that you can optimize, they will be marked here with this sign here. In this situation, we have only one. And as Johan asked, but what if some I do like? That's fine. Then you don't click on optimize all, then you click on individual. Here we can do both. It gives same result because we have only one point. So I just click on optimize here on this individual point, and it will change. You can see the length of the tour. Oh, sorry. I'll try again. Oh, yes, sorry, but here we can see the length of the tour, 247 kilometers, 4.5 hours. Is this correct or not? Average, it is okay. Depends. Some people, they drive little fresh, and some are driving slower, so we cannot say that it fits everybody. But in average, it is approximately correct. This is day number 3. Now we will create day number 4. Add additional part to this tour. And it takes a little time to load. I'll try again. Part number 4. And now the next part here, what we will do is try to use it for destination. I change to destination. We have the same slider and the same recalculation, but there are no compass direction because we need to set the point on the map where we want to go. And you can see that my mouse is changing to an endpoint when I move it into the map. I just move the map, I zoom in, and I say I want to go here, and it creates a route to me. I can slide it and make it more twisted, and it will calculate me and give me some option, which again I can do changes to if I like that. This one I call Thursday, and accept. So this was day 4 on my tour. I click on this arrow here so I can see the plus where I can add additional part to this tour. So now I will add to one more, so it will be the fifth part of the tour. For this part of the tour, we will use the final function here, which is finger draw. So I just change to finger draw, and when I'm ready to draw, I have to click on this one, this purple important button. I zoom in so I can see the roads, and I click on start draw route. When I click on this one, my mouse will change to a hand with a magnifying glass. So the route I would like to ride, I just do as it says, finger draw. I draw it with my finger, I keep my left finger down and I follow some route or road that I think could be interesting for my motorcycle ride. Something like this. And if I want, I can continue, but for me this is fine. And it says that I can optimize all. I don't know why it wants me to optimize, because everything looks fine. This was part number 5, and I will change the name to Friday. So now I have my 5-day motorcycle ride. I can now see, should it be private or public? My options are that I can keep this private, so it's only my friends, only for me, all my friends, or I can select friends. I can make it public. I can add it to my bike club. I can add it to Bike a Bit if I like that. In this situation, I will just keep it private. But if I want to have a public, public route, I need to add at least one picture and a little text, because without picture, it is visually not so strong to convince people why they should go for this motorcycle ride. I'm saving my tour, and now it's working. Then best not to click. It can disturb the computer and the function. Good. So now I have my tour here. This is my overview. I can see part 1. You can see on the map it is highlighting. Part 2 was to the museum. Part 3 is the round trip. Part 4 was the destination. And part 5 on the Friday at the bottom is the finger draw. You can see on each part of the route how long it is, how long it takes, and on the top you can see the total, how long this is expected to take. Now we want to go riding. We have 2 buttons here. Save as, this is white, not super important but interesting. If you want to take a copy of this tour, or you can say add to download, this is very important because this is what we need before we can transfer to our navigator. When I say add to download, it will be prepared and ready for the transfer to the GPS. Just one thing I missed. If I want to see part 1, I just click on part 1, then I can see it. If I want to see on the Tuesday, I just click up here on Tuesday, and then I can see. When I want to have an overview of everything, I just click on all, which is to the left here. Sorry. So now I want to transfer. I will click on the Tourstart Transfer, on the Transfer GPS icon. What I can see is I have now the route BMW Club Finland, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This is all fine. And I need to connect my navigator so that I can transfer. I can either use Tourstart Transfer to transfer my route to the GPS, or I can do a manual transfer. It depends what I prefer. I'm now trying to connect my GPS. As you can see, it is not connected. Once it is connected, it is ready for this automatic transfer. In the meantime, we can try to see what does this mean, more download options. This button here. So I click on it and I can see that I have the possibility to download some specific GPX files. This is the standard GPX route and track. I can add some for Garmin, TomTom, BMW, Navigator, and so on. Lest I close it again. Now it is connected. The line is connected and the red line is gone, and it says I have a GPS Garmin that is connected. I start transfer to click on this button, and I might need to do it 2 times. I just have to wait. Then our computer, this software program I will show you how to install. This is something we have developed, and then you can install it on your computer so that your computer USB can connect directly with our server, which we have in Copenhagen. Then our server will say, oh, this user from Finland has created his route here, and we will now send this GPX file to him using Tourstart Transfer. I transfer by clicking on this here, and you can see the dots are moving, and it says route is transferred. Now I just disconnect my GPS and I'm ready to ride the motorbike. I close this one, and Kari, yes please.
Yeah, I just wonder when I'm driving in somewhere in Europe, I don't have a PC with me. I have only Android phone and application. Could I do this with the phone or not?
Yes. We have possibility to download the GPX file from the phone. Depending on what GPS you have, you can transfer from the phone. Some Garmin, you can use their Garmin thread, for example, to transfer. Other, you have to use a wire. So it depends on your GPS how to do it.
Oh, okay. All right. My bike is now at Spain, and Garmin is also there, so I could not test it until next week.
Until next week, then you will enjoy the motorbike in Spain.
Yeah.
That's good. So I will just show up here. This is the Tourstart Transfer. This is where we had the tour that you should transfer. Here with this tab you can install Tourstart Transfer on your computer. We have another function here. This is something you can investigate later. Now I want to find the motorcycle right on my app. So just a second. I need to share my telephone here. I have opened the Tourstart app, and when I'm on the Tourstart app, oh sorry, and when I'm on the Tourstart app, I start on my home section. On the app we have different sections. This is where you start, this is home. Here you can see the track that you have made and your friends have made. Here you see the list of tracks. You can navigate. You can see the map, which we will see after this one, and then you can create motorcycle rides. I will go to the map section here. And it is loading, so please wait until it has finished loading. Now I have my tours. I can select folder, but not now, because I have not put this in a folder. I will put it in a folder later. I will do my list form. So the first tour I see is the BMW ride, exactly the one we have made here, and I have not been doing anything. I have only opened up the app and it will automatically synchronize. This is 5 days tour. This is correct as we have planned, and this folder icon is not green, so I will now see what is happening when I press on this one. Oh, I can see this is the folders I can select, and I have a folder. It says BMW Club Finland. I will add it to this folder now. Done. I will click on done. Tour is added to BMW Club Finland. Then it becomes green. I will try to go back now, and then I can select here. I can see what is it I can select. I can select many type of folders exactly as we have on the website, but I want to find my folder BMW Club Finland, this one. In this one I have 2 tours. I will see them in list form. This one is older tour, this one from last week, and now this is from this week. So I see this tour, I click on this one or press on this one, and here I get some different options. The distance, the time, and who has created it. GPX file download. I will click on this one. I now do a demo app where we have a lot of different GPX files, or exactly the same as we have on website. Today on our app we have only 2 options, the GPX route and the Motorrad connected. But this one will be released, I think, within 1 week, and then you have all these options. Then you can download the route, download this one, or you can do to your Garmin XT what you may have on your motorbike in Spain. When I want to see on my Monday ride. The Monday ride, it will now show it on the map, and I can show it here as well. So I have both Monday here. They are similar, this is fine. And I can see here is my ice cream. So when I want to ride my tour, as we spoke about, I will then get notification in my header that you are approaching ice cream. So I can just say, when I want to navigate, I say go, and it will ask me, do you want to navigate to beginning of the route? Yes, I would like to navigate to beginning of the route. I'll just move this a bit because my position is here. But after I have had my ice cream and I'm up at this place, and if I shut down or close navigation, I have to say no, because otherwise it will navigate me to start, and I don't want that. So if you say no, you have to drive yourself to the route, and it will navigate from entry of the route towards the end point. But here it will be yes. Here I can see my start point, my drag points and shaping points. When I'm ready, I just press go.
The trip is 40 kilometers. Time is 47 minutes. Head southeast. Prepare to turn left after 400 meters.
So now I'm ready to do my navigation. But it could be that I'm now riding and for some reason I don't want to pass this point. I want to skip it. I can skip this point by pressing on this icon here. When I press on this one, this means skip next point, and my next point on the route is this one. When after skipping this and I press this one, it will skip this point here. So you can always skip next point using this icon if you like, if there's some road construction work or something that you don't want to that makes it impossible for you to pass the point. Or you can open this one where you can see all points, and when you have this one open there's also a number related to the point, so you can skip any point you may like, so it doesn't have to be the next one, but you can decide which one to skip. I'll just skip.
Prepare to turn left after 400 meters.
And then you can see it the point disappeared. So in this way I can just do my navigation as I like and as it fits best. So I will also show that when you are navigating with your friends, we have the possibility that you can use this function here, which is RideLink. I will press on RideLink. I want to join a RideLink, and I will scroll down here. I want to join Tourstart RideLink. So those of you who have the Tourstart app, please open up Tourstart on your app and scan this QR code. When you have scanned it, you will be able to see the position of people in this group. You can only see the position of people if you choose to share your own position. I will now start to share my own position. By press on this icon, then the header will be green because now I'm sharing my position. I will go back on the map. I have location sharing active, and I will zoom out to see how it looks like in Finland. And you can see now Tupeso has joined the group and he is sharing the position. Now try Tupeso or Eka to press on this icon here. This icon here means that I made a wrong turn. And you can also see that my RideLink icon is now green. So when you press on this one, we will wait for you. It's best that you do it because this will illustrate the function that you will then see, oh, now a user took a wrong turn. Kim took wrong turn, and we can see when we're riding, oh, we have to slow down, and Eka also took wrong turn. So we will slow down and wait for them, but we don't need to be stressed. Tupeso also took one turn. Now Kim is back, and we say, oh, he is back. So we don't always need to keep eye contact with people. I know on the long roads in Finland, it is not a big issue to keep eye contact, but when you pass a city or something like that, you can easily lose visual contact. And then with this function, you always know if people are with you in the group or not. Then we can see Yuri made it yellow. This is very good. Thank you for that, Yuri. And the reason why is that Yuri, he might say, I'm not moving. I have to go fuel, but don't worry, I will catch up later. You should not speed, you should not slow your speed for this. And then Juha is asking, can you show the code again? Yes, I can show the code again. Just a second. I will find it here and show it at the same time. Oh, please. I will show it here. So this one you can scan and join the club. And we can see now you are coming from many places in Finland, and you are all welcome to join, and you can see the function. You can create as many RideLink groups as you like. And the function only require that you are online because all your positions are synchronized with our server and sent to the group members where you are, so that we, and also of course what color your helmet is, so that we know about your actual situation. I hope also for Ari up north that the weather is nice and you have started to ride the motorbike. This is how it looks like when I do something. I say I took wrong turn, but my position is not, pointer is still the same. It is only, you can see my helmet is red and it says text that I took a wrong turn. And when I am back, I just press on it again and it will change after a few seconds that I am back. To repeat this function, remember that when you are in navigation, you see this icon here. I will press on this RideLink icon. Here I am in the group and you can see all members of the group. Many are not sharing, but here you can see the people who are sharing their position. I will stop. Sorry, and you can also share this one if you like. Then you can send this RideLink group on email or how you like that. I will stop sharing. What do I want to end? RideLink and tracking or navigation, or just go back. I want to now stop only RideLink. It changes to purple, means I have now stopped sharing. I go back. And again in here to see. Then in here you can create a group. You can scan the QR code. You can write here the code. Sorry, I'll just here RideLink ID. You can write the ID, which are these figures here, these these characters here, you can write them here. Or if you want to scan it, you just scan the QR code. Then you can join this is how you can join an existing group. You can select the group if you like, and I'll just close this one. Or here at the bottom, you can create your own group. Yes, I will go back. I will end my navigation, of course, like any other navigation. When you reach your destination, it will automatically stop. But I will just end my navigation here. Stop navigation. I will go to the, we have talked about the map function to find the tour that we have made. Please investigate more on this section later. You can create a route if you like. The way to create a route on the app is basically the same. The first one we did on the website was the POI, meaning point of interest, start via endpoint. And to be sure, consider only have via point if it's something of interest, so your navigator is not speaking too much. Number 2 was RoundTrip. Number 3 was destination, and finally we did the finger draw. We have on the app here something called map draw. This is a little opposite of finger draw, something you can try on your own. If I want to do, let's say, a finger draw route, I will try that. I will click on or press on finger draw, and it says now I'm ready to draw. I will zoom in and say, I will try like this. Start draw route. Okay, I start draw route, and now I will use my finger and say this is my position. I will press my finger on the map. You can not see that. I can either have very high or very low zoom level. Now I just take high zoom level and say I want to go something like this. Have I finished, or do I want to continue? No, I have finished. I press finish and it will do the tour that I have made. And when I see, oh, this is actually nice, but I want to go on this road here, I do long press on the map and move. You can see now I can move, and what this looks like our drag point, the same as on website. When it is inside the center of the drag point, I just release my finger from the screen and I have changed the map, or changed the route. If there are some points that I think is not so good, either I can delete it here, I can find, let's say, point 12. If I don't like point 12, I just delete point 12, delete, and it is gone. Now I of course have a new point 12. I close this one, and I can take my point 12 with my finger, press on point number 12 and move that one if I just want to do some changes. If I say, oh, this was not so good, I can go back and go forward. Always possibility to make these adjustments. If I like, I can save my route, or I can just say go, and I'm ready to navigate. I want to navigate to beginning of the route, and it's ready for me to say go and navigate the same as before. Yes, just a second. some have a person have a question.
Yes, I have a question about that. When you are drawing a new route over here, is it possible to add it in this app as a new day or as a new part?
No, we struggle. It's very good question, Jyrki. We have not developed multi-day tour create or edit on the app yet.
Okay, so it's only on the web page at the moment.
Yes, at the moment it's only on the web page. You can do it where you can create it, but yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Good, thank you. But very good question. Thank you for that. I will stop navigation. And basically, this is the presentation that I have planned to talk about Tourstart. So if you have any more questions, please ask, or something that I should talk about again before I will go to the new design. Please just ask.
Okay, hey, hi. I had a question about starting the new route. So if I don't want to navigate to the beginning, so how can I catch up the route then?
Very good question. I will try to explain if I can. I will find this route that we have made, this one, and I will try to find Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and go. Do you like to navigate to beginning of the route? Then I will say no. So now you can see the route, but there are no navigation, there are no arrival time. You need by yourself to drive to the route. As soon as you touch the route, you need to navigate and you need to drive yourself, and as soon as you touch the route, the navigation will start.
Okay, would it be possible to like guide to the next point, which is the nearest point in the route? So sometimes it's very difficult to start navigating. That would be like a big help.
I fully agree with you. It is very good comment. We have had this comment before, and what is good about these sessions where we speak is that we always get questions, and the more often I get the question, the more important this will be. So then we will, make it more important for developers to do this one. So thank you for this.
Okay, I will ask it 2 times again, so it will be even more.
Oh, then you'll be super important.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, that's good. Kim, please.
Yeah, I was just wondering, related to the previous question, that if instead you would choose to navigate to the beginning of the route, but then just to skip some waypoints, and you just skip maybe 2 or 3 waypoints until the next waypoint is in a nice place where you can then join the route.
Exactly.
That would probably, yeah.
I fully agree with you, Kim. This will solve also the issue that you can do that. You can say, yes, navigate to the route, and then what you need to do in this situation, you have to press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 15 times. Then you have done it, yes. But I think this is very handy when you have not so many points. But it's possible, yes. Very good. But I think we will get the question again later about this function. very good with some workaround until we have developed it. Thank you, Kim.
I have one question about the tracking function.
Yes.
How it's works. So if I'm driving, is it drawing my track somewhere, or because I'm very beginner of using this software?
Yeah. Or please ask again. I lost concentration.
Yeah. It is tracks. Is it so that when I press the track and driving somewhere, it's tracking my race, or does it do something else?
Exactly. If you have not planned a route or destination, and you say, I just want to go and track, then you click on track and go, and it will simply track your route where you have been, so that it will be kept in your riding history. Yes.
Yep. And I have a little more question about this. Sorry about my English today.
No, it's good.
Yeah. I downloaded yesterday some maps. Spain and Portuguese maps, they come straight, but in France, I see that it's very part. There's part of Pyrenees, Sud, and so on. And if I'm tracking, should I have in my Android phone all the maps downloaded?
Yes.
Okay. And then, is there any maps where can I see what part of France, example, I have? Or should I just wonder that this part is something like that?
Very good question. To be honest, I cannot give you a good answer. Oh, it's easy to say you just download all France, but I just try now, and we can see France is 4.5 gigabyte.
Yeah.
Okay, I have some possibility, because if we go on navigation section here, and somewhere in France, let's say that you want to ride in Marseille area. You can zoom in on Marseille, and when you reach a point, it will say, do you want to download? But it's not so clear to see what this map covers. It's a little bit try and error, that this area you want, and then you can see on the map details how big it is. It's not super good solution, but it is possible.
Yeah, that's what I do yesterday, and I suppose that when I know where I'm driving and I want to track my route, so yes, last evening I checked that I have enough maps in my phone, in my Android.
Okay. As long as you have enough gigabyte, I think.
Yeah. Then I throw something away. And that, again, a question. If I throw some maps away and I have tracks, are the tracks, if I have downloaded it, are there somewhere?
The tracks are saved. As soon as you end tracking and it says tracks are saved, they are saved on your computer, on your telephone or tablet. And when you have internet connection, it will be synchronized to the website. And then you can see it here in this tracks section.
Yeah, that is the question about, because of the Garmin or something like that, they tracking sometimes, but then they stop.
Oh, that is not so good.
Yeah. Okay, but thanks. No more questions. I'm happy now.
Oh, that's good, and I hope you get a nice ride in France. Mika, please. I think there's a person with who has a question, raised hand. Mika, or if somebody else have a question. Then I will continue with trying to show how our new create tour function is. I have tab open here with create tour. First of all, we change the map design a little bit. This is not the most important thing, but with some improvements in the map. and please, this is a demonstration, and we are not fully perfect yet. It is more to give you impression how we work, and then you can give me feedback if you think it is wrong or it is okay. I will do the same as before, create tour. I start to create tour. Then we have some new features here to the right. I will do Tourstart route profile, Tourstart Tour Optimizer. This one we know about, and this one is a new function. Point of interest, we also know, we have not talked about that, and we will not talk today. Tourstart Smart Split is new function. Map and route view is a new function, and Tourstart Right Twister we know, so we will not speak about this one. I start to share or show the Tourstart route profile. What we have done here is that you can now select what type of road you like. On the road we have 4 types: minor, tertiary, secondary, primary. Off-road, path and off-road you can select, or private and public, unpaved, and of course highway. I will select these, and then I will create my route accepting unpaved roads. Now I zoom in and it changes to red. So this is what we have here in my route view. I will switch a little bit here, and we have some bug on this. But I can select that I want to show on the map what is unpaved. And when I then also accept that my route can be on unpaved roads, then it is getting preference that it can select the unpaved roads. We have to find where I live. I live in this place here where we have some unpaved roads. I start my route, and let's say I will take a via point here, and then it will take me on this road. And then as you can see, oh, I like to drag my route. I have to set a via point because of some issues. But then I can now actively select if I like to go on unpaved roads and so on. When I build my route, I can select for each section of the route. I can select here with this one between some points. I can do some selection how my routing should be over here. And if I then say, oh, this is fine now I want to go really off-road. If I just have to cross a field somewhere, then I can do off-road. And after that I will change to normal riding again, and I can continue my ride. So now it is not only that it has to be avoid highway on everything, but you can do it on each part of the route, whatever you like. I will delete some points here because I want to show the function. Just a second. And now I have ended my tour. So this tour is 123 kilometers. I'm now riding on my tour and I want to use this smart split down here. Sorry, I will just open it and then zoom in. Smart split is a function where you can say after some specific kilometer or time I want to split and make it a multi-day tour that like we have a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Or you can say I would like to have a break after each 80 kilometers. Then I want to stretch my leg. Then you can add, show me breaks after each 80 kilometers. This was not the best thing, so I will do 40 here because I had a very short tour. I will enter 40 kilometers, or I can also select times, show. Then I can see on my route, here I have a selection of 3 breaks. You can say, this break here is nice, it's a correct time, but I actually prefer if I can move my break to this position here. I will zoom out and say, this one I'm almost done, so I will remove this one from the map because it's few kilometers before my end. And then I can say, this one I like, and I click on Smart Split, and you can see in the list here that now it has been added, my start, break, break, end. I will remove the points. Other thing we are working on is my let me see, where is it? This one, route alternatives. I now enable route alternatives, and then I get selection for some other routes that I can ride. So I can see, this is what was selected or made that the route I like, but I can click on this one instead, or I can go back and say, this option is actually better. So you don't have to make choices yourself what roads that you want to ride. You can use this route alternative, and it will give you some options for how to plan your motorcycle ride. These are the basic functions that we have, the main functions that we have developed, and we are now doing some testing. I think it will still take 4 or 6 weeks before we have a very good solution, and then after we have said internally now we think solution is strong and have not so many bugs. I'll just switch here. Then everybody will be able to have this button where you can switch between old and new design, so that if you like, you can use this one and switch and use them. And when we at a certain point say now it's good and stable, and we will then remove the old version. Yes, so now I'm done. Thomas, you need to say a few words, summarize, or anybody have some questions?
Basically, I don't have any.
Jan, just a quick question. Sorry,
Yes.
Tuomas. From me, quick question regarding the loading of the tiles. Do you think the new platform will be more efficient when loading the tiles?
Yes, because the old platform, as you say, Kim, is tiles. The new platform is a vector map, and we have done some testing that it is generating or it is showing the map much faster. The old one is not fast.
All right, sounds good. Thanks.
Good. Yes, Kari?
I speak Finnish, sorry.
Please.
Mulla on TomTom 550 ja sen kanssa on ollut vähän niin kuin ongelmaa. Et jos mä siirrän nämä kartat niin kuin TomTom siirrolla, tai valitsen sieltä siirtoon TomTomin, niin mä en ainakaan silloin pysty poistamaan seuraavaa pistettä. Ja jos se jostain syystä ei lue siinä pistettä siinä matkalla, kun mä ajan, niin se jää niin kuin junnaamaan siihen, että mun pitää kääntyä ympäri ja ajaa takaisin se reitti ja kuitata se piste. Että mä en pääse siitä niin kuin eroon. Mutta se on ilmeisesti enemmän TomTomin ongelma. GPX:n kanssa mä en ole varma, että tuleeko siinä se eteen. Mutta sitten tuolla niin kuin reissun päällä, kun mä oon tehnyt reittiä, että jos mä ajan yhtä soittoa, niin silloin kaikki toimii hienosti, mutta sitten jos mä pysähdyn johonkin pitemmäksi aikaa vaikka syömään tai museoon tai mitä ikinä, niin sitten kun mä palaan takaisin ja navigaattori on välillä sammunut, niin sitten se ehdottaa, että lähdetäänkö alkupisteeseen vai lähimpään pisteeseen. Ja lähinkin piste voi olla jo niin kuin ajetulla reitillä. Että mä joudun ajaa aika pitkälle sitten taas niin kuin navigaattoria niin kuin vastaan, jos mä tiedän mihin suuntaan mä lähden. Ennen kuin se löytää seuraavan reittipisteen ja lähtee jatkamaan siitä.
Okei.
Mutta siihen tämä uusi, että pystyy splittaamaan jo valmiiksi näitä, että jos tietää paikkoja mihin pysähtelee, niin saa niin kun tekee reitin, niin splittaa sen valmiiksi, niin kuin, että aina lähtee uudelta reitiltä, kun lähtee tauolta jatkaa.
Mullahan teki samaa toi, olikohan se Pemarin vai XT, teki ihan samaa juttua, että sitä pistettä ei pystynyt niin kuin ohittaa, mutta kyse oli silloin mulla siitä reitinteon ongelmasta. Eli silloin siellä oli just se shaping pointti, mitä ei pystynyt ohittamaan. Ja sen takia siinä on, mitä Jani selitti, että kannattaa silloin luoda niitä viapointteja sinne.
Joo, se toimii, jos laittaa GPX:iä varmaan, niin sitten tulee niitä viapointteja. Mutta jos laittaa TomTomilla, niin ne kaikki pisteet on samanarvoisia ja niitä ei pysty ohittamaan.
Okei. No,
joo,
Jan,
ei tässä mitään, tässä oli vaan kommentteja tähän.
Jan, how long you think you will get the new map or the new release out?
I think I very, very hard for me to say, but
Next week?
no, I think not faster than 3 weeks.
Okay.
Because I can see when I test, we always have issues because there are many complicated functions working together, and when we're doing testing, we define some tasks during testing because then we understand how they are connecting with each other.
Okay.
So I would say, we are very close. We are closer, but realistically, not faster than 3 weeks. And please don't put date in calendar and write to me, you said.
So yeah, Kari was asking a point that he's using TomTom 550 type, and he has a issue that there are sometimes points that he cannot skip. And it means that if he is not going through the point, he have to turn back basically and take the point, and then he can go. Otherwise, navigation is guiding on backwards kind of a way. So I don't know, what would you recommend in this kind of case? Use the GPX format or just really use the shaping points or via points or?
On TomTom, always use ITN file.
Okay.
We have developed so that via point, drag point, and shaping points should basically be the same. Via shaping points and drag points are the same.
Okay.
Via points have information about point name and so on. But if he's not able to delete a point, it's very strange for me. And it will be good when he see this, then send the file to me and tell me exactly which point it is. Then we will see, is there some characteristic about this point.
Okei, Kari, saitko kiinni?
Juu, sain, joo.
Niin jos mahdollista, niin jos tämmöisiä tulee eteen, niin ota se reitti ja nimeä se piste ja laittaisit Janille. Tai mulle, mutta Janille tietysti suoraan, niin saa sen heti nopeammin, että mä oon vaan kumileimasin tässä kohtaa välissä muuten.
Joo.
Mulle
sattui vaan sellainen tuossa, kun mä testailin tätä, että se vissiin GPS-häirintä tai joku iski, niin se iski jonkun pisteen tien sivuun umpikujan päähän, vaikka sitä ei ollut mun kartassa. Mä tarkistin sen jälkikäteen. Ja mä en päässyt siitä eroon, ja sen jälkeen se halusi mut aina sinne tien päähän, ja se oli vaan sitten, että unohdetaan koko juttu ja ajetaan ilman karttaa.
All right. Jan, would you add your email address in the chat?
Yes, of course.
So everybody can have it, and if they have a question or anything, they can contact me.
They are always welcome anytime to write me email, and I will do my best to help.
Yeah, and you can also write it to me, but there sometimes might be some delays, but quite often not so long delays, so I can also assist a bit. So feel free. If you think that Finnish is easier than English, just drop me an email and that's it.
Yeah.
Sometimes Finnish is a little difficult for me. This is your mail, Thomas. So
yes.
And Thomas and I, we share information on mails if we can help each other in answering. But please write to me if you have any questions or Thomas.
Good. Tuleeko vielä muita kysymyksiä?
Kommentti vielä tuohon äskeiseen, niin ihan vaan kokeilin, kun täällä on netissä tämä tourstart.org and create tour, niin kun siihen kirjoitti vaan eteen sen ny-pisteen, niin tulee tämä uusi, mitä Jan esitteli.
Mutta sä et pääse kirjautumaan sinne sisään.
No se on kyllä ikävä kyllä, joo. Pääsee ainakin leikkimään.
Mä tiedän kyllä, koska mulla on myös pääsy tonne ja mä pääsen kirjautumaan sinne sisään. Niin joo, kyllä se näin on, että se on näkyvillä, se on siellä. Mutta sille ei pääse vielä reittiä luomaan, jos ei ole annettu tunnuksia. Mutta se mitä mä oon tässä nyt, itse asiassa mulla on nyt auki ja mulla on täällä yksi reitti piirretty, niin kyllä tämä aika makeen näköinen on, että tämä kartta kyllä zoomaantuu nopeammin. Ja tätä mä silloin aikana esittelin MP-messullakin jo vähän niin kuin sneak peekia tästä hommasta, niin on kyllä niin kuin huomattava parannus nykyiseen.
Tuomas, sä varmaan tiedät, Kari tässä, toinen Kari, niin mulla oli noista reittipisteistä kysymys, mutta ihan nyt kun tuli tästä karttapohjasta, sillä oli varmaan joku hienompikin nimi, mutta että se on uusiutumassa. Mutta tämä vanhakin, niin mulla oli Garminin kanssa viime vuonna aika paljon ongelmia puolalaisilla moottoriteillä, kun siellä oli liian uudet tiet Garminissa ja Puolassa ne ei ollut vielä auki. Niin miten tämän ajantasaisuus näissä kartoissa? Eli ajattaako se samalla tapaa kuin Garmini ajattiin, että käy nyt tonne, mutta ei sinne voi mennä, kun se motari on kiinni.
Mun mielestä ne ajoi tähän syksyllä ison karttapäivityksen, mutta tämä voidaan... Jan, what is when you have done the latest update to the map? There was a question about the, let's say, I would say data quality. So how updated is against the?
I'm little unsure. It should not be older than 6 months.
Okay. I have a little bit difficulties last summer with Polish motorways because I have 2 new data and the motorways are not open yet. But the Garmin said that drive there, it's a little bit hard to drive when there is a blocking.
It is. Then you needed GS at least.
Yeah, and I have old LT.
Okay, that's not so good combination.
Yeah.
I cannot remember on Tourstart.org, but on app it is not more than 6 months old.
Okay.
And on new Tourstart design it is also very new, but on website I cannot remember.
Okay, but this is just not so bad. But sometimes when you're driving and try to find another route,
yes,
where should I go?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. I don't know, but we will. The new one will be, of course, updated. So.
But okay, we will set up the date on 18th May, so it's 3 weeks, and we will get the new Tourstart.
Yes, I knew I could tell you this, without any obligations.
No. Okay. It seems that there are no further questions, so I guess we can stop now and thank you, Jan, for the good presentation. And it was this time it was a really good quality as well. So we will keep it in the future also in the Google Meet, not Teams.
Yes, good. Thank you very much. And as always, a pleasure to be in contact with motorcycle riders in Finland. I hope we will see each other soon again. So
let's hope.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all the guys for the good questions and good participation. Kiitoksia.
Yes.
Hyvä. Bye bye.
Thanks.
Kiitos. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.